Hello and good evening, and I hope you're all well. I'm going to be doing the air signs this evening, a reading for you by the Energy Oracle deck. So that covers for you Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So I'm going to do the normal Celtic deck, and I'm going to confirm some cards with tarot at the end if I need to as well. So we'll just see what resonates and what doesn't. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If any of it does resonate, please drop me a message. If it doesn't, it's fine. It's just not for you. I was just saying in the fire sign reading that I almost felt like there was a sort of, almost like a little bit of a build-up of something that and not almost maybe like a bit of anxiety or something building up or apprehension, or like something's happening and it's almost like whew, it's just sort of like something's released. And we had the Lionsgate portal as well, which is happening at the moment. So I don't know if anybody else feels like that. It was just something that I was feeling, and like with the meditation I was doing earlier, for the overall energy, for the general energy. But we will see what comes out for you, air signs. I'll do one last shuffle. Okay. Okay, so the overall energy that we've got here is actually the storm warning for you air signs. So it's almost, this card just came up actually in the fire sign reading as well, and I kept touching my head in the reading. It was almost like there was this storm brewing, but maybe it's almost like an internal one. So I'm not necessarily saying that any of you are going to get caught up in a storm or anything like that, or anything's going to happen, but it's almost like sometimes, and you can see here where it's almost like they're all being sort of blown down. And I normally look at this and sort of think of what would be the tower card in the tarot deck. It's like something has to fall in order to be rebuilt, and it's almost like that's where your current energy is at the moment. So we'll see what else comes through. We've got really similar cards to the fire signs, so if you've got any fire signs in your chart or anybody around you that could be connected, that might be why. So where you currently are at the moment is attached. So it's almost like there is an attachment to something. Sorry, I got something on my hand. Like an attachment to something. It could be something like a thing, a physical thing. It could be to an idea of something, but something that you are quite fixated on. It's a card that's the number 5 card, so it could be like you're battling something, blockages or something, or maybe you've got, something's telling me it's like you've got an idea of something that you're attached to. For some of you it could be a physical thing that you're attached to, but it could be sort of more of a like mentally and spiritually attached to. And we have the potential challenge is being in the dark and seeing the light. It's almost like maybe you're attached to something here and you need to let that go to be in the light, is what I'm seeing. So just be aware of that for you air signs. It could be that you're attached to something and you don't want to let it go, but actually once you let it go, you'll be go, oh, and that's it. And maybe that's what I said earlier. It's like, whew, and you don't realise and how things change and shift. So we do have, the focus here is about love. So I just instantly want to say giving and receiving. It's not necessarily, it could be that someone is coming into your life. It could be a man's coming into your life, or it could be for any of you men out there, it could be a woman obviously coming into your life as well, but just it's more like a masculine energy. So it's someone taking action. So masculine energy is about taking action, coming forward. Again, it may not be in a romantic sense. It could be a family member or a friend that's coming in to show love, support and offer. And again, it could work each way. So again, take what resonates. If it could be that someone is coming into your life if you're looking for someone, or it could be that you are stepping forward for somebody else and you're wanting to give love. It is about, giving and receiving on both ends here. And there is a lot of love, and it just looks like there's a lot of potential around it as well. The red's really standing out. There's a lot of potential. Red is also the colour of the root chakra, which is about your grounding, your stability, your security as well, the home life and everything like that. And that is coming forward. So just keep an eye on that, because that's really, really positive and that's really good. Again, we've had the envy card, and then we've got the garden and the gate. And although it looks like a beautiful card, the girl is standing there with a key around her neck, with a key to the gate, and she's looking outside. So it's almost like in the past, maybe you were wanting to take action on something, but you didn't, is what I'm getting. And it was in the past. And maybe you didn't take action towards something, you just sort of watched and took notice of something. But where you are at the moment is your unique strength is about going within. So taking time out for yourself and actually listening to yourself and meditating. I strongly see about meditating there. One is about a new beginning. And you've got like number 9 is about accomplishments and ascension. So maybe as you're growing, you could be sort of growing physically, mentally, emotionally, taking the time just to breathe. And for some of you, maybe just taking some time to be alone, whether that's you've got the opportunity to go away on your own, or you just being able to take some time for yourself, doing whatever it is that you enjoy doing. That's for you by yourself, because it looks like that's really important. But the fact that this is the sort of the unique strength card means you are doing it and you're aware of it, so that's brilliant. Okay, the sort of the future card I've got here is the all tied up. So maybe you're wanting to move towards something, but you don't feel you can, or there's something holding you back. But it's almost like what's holding you back isn't really there. Because what's holding it back isn't sort of like thorns or anything. It's literally like growth from the trees. It's almost because it's all green and it's light. And this card is a mixture of sort of being above water and below water. It's almost like it's almost like she's in a garden, but equally she's got like, it's like under the sea with these here. And you've got a butterfly as well, which is all about transformation. So maybe if you are going through a change of some kind, or a change of thought in some kind, and something, your intuition, again, I'm going to say intuition because this follows on from this card. This is all about meditating, using your intuition, listening to yourself, and this is all around this glowing around her head. It's like using your intuition to allow yourself to remove from those barriers and what's keeping you there, because whatever it is doesn't need to be there. It's almost like you've made up this restriction. You're getting in your own way, basically. That's exactly what I want to say. You are just getting in your own way. So just get out of the way and allow things to unfold, because it's almost like you've put a barrier up, procrastinating, when I hear to say procrastinating. So get out of your own way so you can move forward. We do have your approach is Magician in the Mirror. This is manifesting. You've got fire and water. You've got all the elements again above the head. So you're manifesting. You are the Magician. The mirror is standing out, and I don't think I've really mentioned the mirror before, but I instantly just want to say, don't forget what you are putting out there, you are going to have back. It's like when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself. But I'm not saying look in the mirror and evaluate what you see. And of course, if you want to do that in a positive way, but just think about your actions and your energy, and maybe the way you're speaking and what you're doing. It's almost like what you give out, you are just attracting straight back into you. And that's literally what that card is telling me here. So I think that's really important message for somebody out there, and for you air sign, is just watch your thoughts, watch your actions, make sure they are in alignment with you and who you are and what you want, and that you are doing it of your highest good. Listen to your gut instinct and your niggle. If something doesn't feel right, then listen to that. But you are manifesting quickly, you are creating your life, but just be aware of what you put out, you bring back. So if something is upsetting you or agitating you, or you're getting frustrated with something, try to deal with that in a quiet way in meditation, and not sort of express it outwards, if that makes sense. And by doing that, by taking that time for yourself and always coming from a place of love. You know, remember, like, you've got your spirit and your ego, and sometimes we let the ego take over and get angry and frustrated, and you know, we you know, sometimes we just want to say how we feel and we want to just get our frustration out, but actually, is that going to do you any good? Is it going to make you feel any better? But just be very aware, always come from a place of love, and have faith and have patience. So we've got the patience card coming up here as well. So this is how people see you. There's a clock there in the middle. Again, I always see this as a snow angel. So maybe there's something that you're working towards and it's going to come about in the winter time. I always think about winter with this card. The 60, it's number 16. So 16 could be relevant to you, but it is just about being patient, having patience, being patient with the situation. It could be about being patient with yourself, or it could be about being patient with other people as well. We do have, it's like new beginnings, but sort of moving forward, and knowledge, hard work, but that will come when you listen to yourself and you take your time. The next two cards are really, really wonderful. And you've got the World here. And this is your sort of hopes and your fears. But it's almost like you've got the world at your fingertips. You've got so much here that you can achieve. And the World card is all about sort of expansion, community, communication, and building and growing. It's like saying that, you know, literally there's no glass ceiling. The world is your oyster. You can create and magic up what you desire. There are no limits other than the limits that you have in your head. And we've then got the door to personal healing and happiness as your overall. So this is wonderful. This is just amazing. I absolutely love this card. You've got like the doves, the rainbows, the lilies, the golden door. This is just like heaven. So this is a really lovely reading actually for you air signs. I just think that maybe sometimes and again, if this resonates, please let me know. If it doesn't, it's not for you. But there might be some of you out there who've probably got you've almost got an attachment to something, to a certain outcome, and maybe you're sort of looking at it and it's not quite as it would seem, but you know that you need to take time out for yourself, and you know that the limits that are there and the blockages are there. You've probably put them yourselves. Like, don't procrastinate, get out of your own way. Just think that what you put out to the world, you are coming back. So always come with positivity, because then you literally will have, and you have the patience, then you literally will have this. And this is just wonderful. So really, really nice message to deliver there for August. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And again, if it resonated, please drop me a message. If it didn't, it's not for you. I do wish you a very enjoyable rest of the week, and I will speak to you again soon. Take care.